Hi, I'm Joanna Lapari, and this is episode 11 of ADL in the time of COVID. More stories from my life, and today I'd like to tell you a ghost story. My father died in 1984 of congestive heart failure. He was sick for a fairly long time, on and off. And while I had back surgery and I wasn't even able to make it to his funeral because I was in the hospital, and I felt bad. Well, a couple of months had passed. Things weren't going very well for me. I was broke and living on credit cards because with my back surgery I couldn't work. And one afternoon I decided to take a little nap. And I laid down on my bed in my little studio apartment high in the Hollywood Hills. And suddenly I had this dream, but it didn't seem like a dream. Has that ever happened to you? It seemed so very real. And I was in the shower, supposedly taking a shower, when I noticed at the foot of the shower on the edge, resting on the edge, was a pearl white phone. A stand-up phone, expensive in those days, nestled in a cradle. And suddenly it rang. And it rang and rang, and I'm looking at this phone and I'm thinking, I don't have, and it rang and rang. I don't have a phone, and it rang and it rang and it would not stop. And so I reached out and I picked up the phone and I put it to my ear and I heard, "Hi, Joe." It was the voice of my father. And shocked, I said, "Dad, you're dead." And he said, "I know, Joe, but I'm in Philadelphia." And I said, "But Daddy, you're dead." And he said, "I know." And I dropped the phone into the water. And I could hear his voice now garbled under the water. And he said, "Pick up the phone. Pick up the phone." And I picked up the phone. And he said, "Now listen, Joanna. I know I'm dead. I'm in Philadelphia, and Philadelphia will guide you. Everything is going to be okay because I'm here." Click. And I put the phone in the white cradle, and I put my head up in the shower and washed off the soap and looked back down, and the phone was gone. And I turned off the shower, and I got out, and I laid down on my bed. And then I woke up in that exact same position. So, was it a dream? Or wasn't it a dream? I never knew. But for years, Philadelphia has meant a lot to me. And when I was having difficulty, I would think about Philadelphia. And Philadelphia means brotherly love. It comes from the Greek. And you know what? I think that there just might be an afterlife. And I think that my dad sometimes sends me messages, and I can prove it. And I will tell you those stories later.